Assalamu alaikum everyone. How are you guys? All right. What were we doing in our last class? I think we were done with standard form, if I'm not wrong. All right. And in today's class, we will continue forward with it. Hmm. So just give me a moment, guys. I'll begin. All right. Apologies about the delay, guys. Let's begin. So in our last class, we had done what you may call uh, standard form. And in standard form, there was, you had to express any number and all of that stuff. So any number using powers of 10. So we did that. We've covered everything. But this is left. Yes, now I remember. Convert the standard forms into equal powers of 10. Yes, I knew I was forgetting something. We are not done with this. We have to complete it today. All right, let's finish this. Just give me a moment. All right, guys. Apologies about the infernal delays that we're having. Let's continue. So, moving forward with it, we are going to continue now. We were discussing when there is addition and subtraction. Whenever we're using standard form and the two or more standard forms are given to you, and you're adding and subtracting. What we covered was that for equal powers of 10. Now, if there are two standard forms that exist and they both contain equal powers of 10, you can just simply, apply rules of indices and, get along with it. Just add or subtract. But now this is going to be slightly different in the sense that you're going to have what you may call um, when you have unequal powers of 10, what you're supposed to do. So whenever I have unequal powers of 10, I'm simply going to first and foremost convert the standard form into equal powers of 10. Keeping this in mind, let's look at an example. So let's me take this same example that I used above and keep that down below, but I'll, just tamper with the example a bit. So let's just say that this is 1.73 into 10 raised to the power 5, and this is and it's adding to 2.7 into 10 raised to the power 6. Knowing this, I now know that because these two are in not the same power of 10 is being used on both standard forms, I cannot simply blindly add them up or subtract them up, whatever it is. Keeping this in mind, you need to first convert the standard forms into equal powers of 10. Now, you over here, we do develop some sort of a choice. What is that choice? That either you can convert this guy, you can do them in two ways. Either you can convert both of them into 10 raised to the power 5, or I can convert both of them into 10 raised to the power 6. That is up to you. Whatever you feel comfortable with, that is what you're going to have to do. But let's see, how do we do that? I'm going to convert, okay, let's just say that I'm going to convert both of them to 10 raised to the power 6. How do we do that? Let's see. I'm going to take what you may call 1.73 into 10 raised to the power oh, sorry, 10 raised to the power 5, and it's adding to what you may call 2.7 into 10 raised to the power 6. Now, obviously, in order to make them both into equal powers of 10, I have opted for, trying to make both of them as 10 raised to the power 6. Now, one of them already exists as 10 raised to the power 6, so therefore it's going to be 2.7 into 10 raised to the power 6. It's going to be written as it is. For 1.73, there is going to be a slight change. Now, what is that change? Because obviously, if I'm going to have to alter its power, I need to alter its, what you may call, the shape of its decimal and the position of its decimal, to be clear. And I need to make some sort of modifications to this standard form because I'm changing the power now. I want this power to be 6. In order to accomplish that, what will I do? Yes. Now I have, let's just say that, it's 1.73 into 10 raised to the power 5. So what's going to happen? That where simply I need to make it 1.73 into 10 raised to the power 6. Yes. How will I do this? Anyone, any bright ideas from anyone? Yes, guys. Come on, guys. Yes.
Shift the 1 to the other side.
Flip the what to the other side?
Shift the 1 to the other side of the decimal.
Flip the one to the other side. Okay, technically you're saying that I take my decimal over here, or
Yes.
they. Okay, so Saad is saying, guys, that he's saying that I can just simply move my decimal over here, and then it will become what, Saad? It will become 0.173, and that will be written as 10 raised to the power 6. Is this clear? Whosoever agrees with Saad? Yes. Raise your hands to show you guys agree with Saad. Okay, almost everyone agrees with him apart from Rani. Okay, now she does as well. That is excellent, guys. All right, let's see. Now, so if I can simply shift my decimal to the left, it we have seen this trend that it increases my power. Like for example, if it were written as okay, let's just do another example. Let's just say that you have 1 times 10 raised to the power minus 3. Now, this same thing, it's equal to this entire standard form is actually equal to 10 times 10 raised to the power minus 4. This is equal. I just simply shifted my decimal one place to the right and my power became more negative. Now, knowing this, can I simply create this rule that as we increase or shift the decimal to the left, your power becomes increasingly positive. And when I shift my decimal to the right, your power becomes so decimal position. This is your decimal position, and we've seen that when I shift my decimal to the left, my power becomes more positive. And when I shift my decimal position to the left, my power becomes more negative. And more by more negative, I mean, and by more positive, what do I mean by that? That when I shifted my decimal one space to the left, from 5, it became 6. So it's a positive increase in it. It becomes more positive. And the reason why I'm using these terms as positive and negative to explain the new, what you may call power of 10, is because of the fact that you're obviously going to have negative powers as well. So more positive, less negative, and stuff of that sort is going to come into play. Is this clear, guys? Anyone who does not understand this? Yes, people. All right. Now I can go back to my question, which says that now I've successfully converted 1.73 into 10 raised to the power 5 into 0.173 into 10 raised to the power 6. Now, again, they are both now in equal terms, in equal powers of 10. So what I'm going to do, that is the sole step that I need to do. I need to, if there are unequal powers of 10, I need to convert them to their equal powers of 10 and then just solve accordingly, like we did for the previous part. So now what will my answer be? It will just be, I think it should be just a rough idea, 2.873, if I'm not wrong, into 10 raised to the power 6. Hopefully so. That is the right answer. Okay, kindly check, guys, if I made any sort of calculation mistake. Also, I did this question using or sort of like converting 10 raised to the power 6. Both of the terms are converted to 10 raised to the power 6. Now, I want you guys to attempt it with 10 raised to the power 5. I want you to convert this 10 raised to the power 6 to 10 raised to the power 5, and you should be getting this answer. All right, because regardless of which way you use, the answer is going to be the same in standard form. This is your answer in standard form. So kindly do this with 10 raised to the power 5 and let me know when you're done. All right, quickly do it. You guys have like, I'm just giving you like 2 minutes. Yes, done. Who's getting the same answer? Nice profile picture, honey. Who got? Yes, sir.
I got the same answer.
Saad is getting the same answer. Is there anyone else who's getting the same answer? Fahad got the same answer. Hamdan, Zoya, Basit. Everyone got this. Is there anyone who did not get the same answer? Yes. Raneem, did you not get the same answer?
Sir, I don't understand the question.
Okay, which part, Raneem? Hello. Raneem, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah, Raneem, what? Okay. Whenever you are adding two standard forms together and they are not in equal powers of 10, what you will simply do is that you're just going to make sure that they are the same, because we did it above, that we just simply added the coefficient with the power of 10, and because of the fact that the powers of 10 were same. But over here, that has not been the case. So what I need to do first is do make them as a single power, make the power same. So that way can be very easy for me to just simply add this 0.173 and 2.7 and just carry the power forward together. Clear, Rani? Now, in order to do that, Rani, we have seen that as we move our decimal position to the left, the decimal becomes more positive. That means it increases. 5 becomes 6 and 7 and so forth, more positive. And as we move the decimal position to the right, the decimal becomes more negative. So 5 will become 4, minus 3 will become minus 4 and stuff of that sort. Keeping this in mind, if I wanted 10 raised to the power 5 to become 10 raised to the power 6, I needed to move my decimal one place to the left. So that is what I did. My decimal was over here. It was 1.73 times 10 raised to the power 5. I shifted my decimal over here. So it became 0.173 into 10 raised to the power 6. Why is that? Movement of the decimal to the left increases your power. Clear, Rani? Is it?
Yes, sir.
And then simply, Rani, I added these up. I think so. I think I've added them correctly, right? I hope not. I hope I've not done the mistake. All right. Is this clear, guys? Any issues with it? This is how you differentiate between standard forms as well. So, for example, you're already given standard forms, and you inter go in between the standard forms. There's interchangeability between them. Hopefully, this is clear, because now I'm going to move on to multiplication and division. So let's continue forward with multiplication and division. So this is relatively easier in terms of standard form as compared to your, addition and subtraction. Why is that the case? Because of the fact that it's rather easier to multiply with, powers if the base is same, because we've already seen this when we did indices rules above, that regardless of whatever power you may have, like for example, let me just write this down as a times 10 raised to the power x times b times 10 raised to the power y. Regardless of whatever power you may have, whatever coefficient there may be, it is simply going to be this is going to be simply equal to, when, if you remember from indices rules, if the bases are same and they are being multiplied together, powers are added to each other. All right. Just as simply, we let the power as it is. Now, what we're going to do is that we're going to continue on with the same thing. That is a plus b. Oh, sorry, A times B multiplied to 10 raised to the power x plus y, because when the bases are same and the powers and are being multiplied, your powers are simply added together. Is there anything anyone does not get? Simply, if I were to demonstrate with division, it is going to be the same thing as in, let me take this down, and now let's just say that these guys are dividing me with each other. So what's going to have happen is that it's going to be equal to, you're simply going to divide what needs to be divided and multiply with 10 raised to the power. Now, because the bases were same and are being divided now, your powers are simply going to be subtracted. Is there anything anyone does not get? Yes.
Clear, sir.
All right. This is particularly easy, guys. Like there's absolutely nothing to be concerned about with this. All right. Hopefully this is clear. If there's anyone who does not get this, let me know. Okay. Now, what we can do is, also, how many of you have done, did I give your worksheet class hasn't happened yet, right? Hmm? I don't think so. I think it happened, if I remember, one of it has happened. Yes, sorry.
Yes, teacher, it happened.
It did happen. Hmm.
I got the worksheet.
Yeah, you guys did send it to me. Hmm. I'll also be seeing what you guys have, but I'm not going to give the worksheet for standard form to the other teacher because I want you guys to do it right now. It's very simple. And I'm not even going to post it on Google Classroom because these are the questions. I want them done right now. All right. Kindly do them. This was the worksheet that I would have given your the other teacher as well for you guys to solve, but now I guess we're just going to have to do it ourselves. And please do take the worksheet bit seriously because of the fact that we're already swamped with time. So time is going to be a very big issue when it comes to solving the worksheet. Oh, solving past paper questions. All right, we are going to be very much focused on covering the syllabus because this time around we've started from January and we need to finish by, mid-March. So I need you guys to be doing the worksheets that I send alongside. I will be checking them, obviously, but I want you to be, fully partake in that because of the fact that whatever practice that you're going to do, it's going to become very beneficial at the end. Why? Because if you're not doing practice side by side, you're going to regret it in the end because a lot of stuff is going to pile up. And for maths, especially, I don't want to do that. For other subjects, you may risk it, for sciences and stuff, but maths is way too, we can say, in depth, and there's a lot of stuff to cover. So it's better to just, do side by side. Because if you're doing side by side, I don't think this stuff, like even looking at the worksheet, is just, like the questions that I've given you are, they're pretty childish. Like, although these are past paper questions, I've taken them out from your past papers. But again, these are very easy. And usually, what happens to those of you who might be concerned, this is a paper two oriented chapter mostly. Because if the I don't think the examiner would be foolish enough to give you a paper four question based on standard form, because then you'll just be able to simply do it on your calculator. And usually, most calculators give your answer in standard form. So the examiner is not going to risk that. He is most certainly going to give you this as a paper two question. But having said that, the possibility could exist for both. But paper two is way much more likely. Let me know when you guys are done so that we can even check it in class. Sir, can you zoom in? Honey, how much do I zoom in? I think if I zoom in more, should I post this on Google Classroom? I'll post it on Google Classroom. I'll save you guys the hassle. Mhm. Classroom. What is wrong with Classroom today? Even though I do use Google Classroom, I really don't like it. It like glitches most of the time. Is there any alternative app for Google Classroom? Does anyone know of any? I'm open to suggestions. Yeah, yes, people, I've posted the assignment on Google Classroom. Can you guys kindly see it and let me know? And by the way, I have just seen it that apart from Hani, no one else has submitted the worksheet in the previous class. Yes. What's the hap? Yes, Basit. Why have you not submitted the worksheet? Sorry, what? Someone's saying something. Guys, if you say something in the chat box, at least raise your hand. Finished. Yeah. What is happening? I don't know. Something's definitely happening in the chat box. All right. Yes. Who's finished with the worksheet? Hamdan, are you finished?
Yes.
Hello, Hamdan. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Why can I not hear you, Hamdan? All right. Yes. And Basit, why have you not submitted the previous worksheet on Google Classroom?
Sir, when I saw it, it was missing already.
When you saw it, it was what?
Missing already. Like, you know, it passed the time of submission.
There was a time of submission. No, Basil, it says accepting submission. I specifically told the other teacher to not have that submission because I knew you guys are extremely lazy. And what about you, Zoya? Did you not do the assignment, the previous worksheet? Yes, Zoya.
Sir, I missed it, and then I wanted to do it as a worksheet. Like, I want to send it, but I didn't know if you would check it or not.
You didn't know what? Sorry, Zoya, I couldn't hear you.
But if you would be checking it or not.
I will be checking it, Zoya. Otherwise, okay, because you guys are so amazing that you guys will never let me, you guys will never tell me what's been the issue with the questions. So I'll have to personally check it. It would be so much easier if you guys just would just say that you cannot solve this question or stuff of that sort. And I will be checking it. Very well done, honey. Thank you for submitting it. Trust me, this will not go unnoticed. I will probably favor you in some test or some other way. And Fahad, what about you?
Sir, I was out and then I came back and then I thought that we couldn't submit it past the submission date, so I just didn't try.
Where does it say you cannot submit and pass the submission date? Well, let me see.
So because usually it's it, the case is that we can't.
Oh, okay. I get it. The due date is says that it's 10th of January and 8:05. But I think you can still submit it. Like I'm accepting submissions. But the next time around, I won't be. So consider this a final favor. And it's a very tiny worksheet, by the way. Hamdan, you're done with the new questions?
Yes.
Who else is done?
I'm done.
Perfect. Hamdan, could you tell us the answer to the first one? Wait, let me share screen. To the first question, the one which says calculate 0.3 squared. Give your answer standard form. Yes.
So I got 9 times 10 to the power of -2.
9 times 10 to the power -2. Yes. Whosoever agrees with Hamdan, raise your hand. Only Basit agrees. Okay. All right, we got the correct answer. Who else is done? Saad, you're done?
Yes, sir.
Saad, question number 2, headphones. Answer this one. Tell me what's the answer. Okay, this is like really foolish. It says to write this number in words. I guess we'll have to. So, wow, this has been such a long time. No one even write. I remember when we used to write checks, you had to write it in words, the amount. So it's 40,600. I think so. I think that's how you write it. Even I'm not sure about this one. Yes, Saad, that is how we did it.
Yes.
Well, this is the first time I'm not actually sure about this because this question actually caught me off guard. I was not expecting it. Oh no. Write this in standard form. Yes, Saad. Saad.
4.06 multiplied by 10 to the power 4.
4.06 times 10 raised to the power 4.
Yes, 4.
Who agrees with Saad? Is there anyone who's getting a different answer from Saad? No. All right, perfect. Hani, can you do the next one? Hani? Hello, Hani, can you hear us?
No, teacher.
No, you cannot hear me, or no, you cannot solve this.
I cannot solve.
Why is that the case, Hani? All right, Zoya, would you mind taking over? Zoya,
Yes.
what's the answer to this one?
This is 2.47 times 10 power 6.
2.47 times 10 raised to the power 6. Now, what has happened? Simply, what I've done is that the decimal was over here, Hani. You shifted how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You shifted 6 positions and you brought the decimal over here. So what has happened? Because you shifted 6 positions, and the reason why we brought it before 2 is because of the fact that your standard form needs to be written in a way that whatever is being multiplied to a power of 10 needs to be a number which is existing between 1 and 9. It needs to be a single digit number before the decimal. So that is why we stopped the decimal at before 2. And because of the number of places you've jumped, that is 6. And I've already told you that when you move the decimal, position to the left, it becomes more positive. So before there was absolutely no power of 10. Now, as you moved, it became 10 raised to the power 6. Yes, Ranim, can you do part 2? Ranim.
Sir didn't do the last question.
All right, we'll get back to you. Fahad, what's part 2's answer?
So 7.9 into 10 to the power of -3.
Yes. Is there anyone who disagrees with Fahd? 10 raised to the power negative 3, Fahd?
Yes, sir.
Well done, Fahd. Looks to be right. Let's check. So this is 1, 2, 3. Yep, Fahd right. Who's going to do this question? The Basit will do it. Basit loves to tackle large questions. Yes, Basit. Basit.
Yes, sir. 5.101 into 10 power 8.
5.101 into 10 raised to the power 8. I thought the Earth would be bigger. It's not that much. Okay, let's see. The decimal was over here. I shifted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I shifted 8 places to the left. So my decimal, my power of 10 should become more positive. And so it's going to become obviously positive 8 because of the amount of places I've skipped. Clear? Now, who's going to do the last question? Who was left? I think Raneem was the one who did not give us any answer at all. Yes, Raneem. Whenever you're done. We're waiting for you. Raneem, did you do this? Yes, Raneem.
Sir, I don't understand how to do this question.
Okay, no worries. Who's going to take over from Raneem? Any volunteers? Or should I choose randomly? Whoever volunteers will probably get like 2, 3 marks in the next test, like bonus marks. Okay, no one wants it. I'll just have to give it to. Okay, Saad. Yes. Well done, Saad.
I got 1 times 10 to the power minus 2 as answer.
Okay, but Saad, guide me through the process. How do I solve this? So first you did 0.04 whole squared plus 0.03 times 0.28. Wait, for this I need my calculator. I do not have my calculator. Where is my calculator? Mm, oh, here it is. So this is going to be. So the first step of solving this question is going to be fairly simple. How so? That I'm just simply going to do 0.04 whole squared. What is it? Plus 0.03 times 0.28. I'm getting 0.01. Is this correct, Saad? Yes, Saad.
Yes.
So I'm getting 0.01. So that is my answer for this. It's pretty simple. I literally use my calculator. And if you're not allowed to use your calculator, I guess you'll just have to, okay. Now, this is the easier bit. Like, for example, if it was given in a paper 4 question, I would have just used my calculator and, it would have been so much easier. And then I would have just written it as the decimal moves to the shifts to the right. So it's going to become 1 into 10 raised to the power minus 2. But what if I'm not allowed a calculator in my exam? That's when it becomes surprising. Okay. First of all, 0.04 times 0.04 gives you what? Has anyone solved this? Wait, let us see.
0.0016.
Well done, Zoya. 0.0016. Now, this can be easily solved by doing this. Because it's paper 2, you're going to have to, you can solve it like this. All right. If you guys want me to, let's do it. It's too much of a hassle, but 16, 1, 0, then 0, 0, 0, 0. then, oops, that's an image, right? And then it's going to be 0, 0, and 3 more zeros. And lastly, you're going to have 1, 6, 3 zeros. And Zoya, what do I do? Whenever you're multiplying with a decimal, you simply, whatever decimal power it is, you simply add it to your product. So these are 2 decimal places. So your product is going to be 4 decimal places. So therefore, it's going to become 0.0016. Now, the rest is written as 0.03 times 0.28. Now, this is a paper 4 question. Obviously, I do not have access to the calculator. I needed to do it like quickly. What I'll simply do, I'll convert all of these in standard form first. 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 plus 3 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 times 2.8 into 10 raised to the power minus 1. So these two are going to be multiplied first, then we look after the rest. So it's going to become 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 plus 3 times 2.8 is equal to what, guys? Can anyone solve 3 times 2.8? I guess
So
that.
8.4.
What, sorry?
8.4.
8.4 times, what will be the power of 10 then? Minus 4. Because why? When the bases are same and are being multiplied, powers are added. So minus 3 plus minus 1 is going to give you minus 4. So this is going to be the case. Now,
Sir,
yes.
won't it be 3 into 10 to the power of negative 2?
Oh, yes. Actually, you're right. Apologies. My bad. I wrote it wrong. Sorry. My bad. Yes. Why will it be 3 into 10 raised to the power negative 2? Because you're moving 2 places. Thank you for that part. And is this correct, Fahad? 3 into... Yes, I think you told me that. Now, solving this, what will I get? 1.6 plus 8.4. I'm going to get 10 times 10 raised to the power minus 3. That is what that is the answer I'm getting, right? Because the power of 10 is same. I simply added these two together. But I need my answer in standard form. And because I need my answer in standard form, I need to shift my decimal 1 place to the left. So what is that going to do? It's going to be 1.0 into 10 raised to the power minus 2, which proves my point that I know math. Is this clear? So if this is a paper 4 question, undoubtedly this is an easier question. But if this is a paper 2 question, the same question, the difficulty level was slightly raised. But now you know how to do it. In order to make lives easier for us, I converted it in standard form way before the actual standard form. But before, if you're allowed a calculator, you can, simply do it directly. Is this clear? Anyone who has any issues with this question, let me know. All right. Honey, is this clear now? Honey and Rani?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. All right. You guys can run off now. We'll, inshallah, meet tomorrow. Until then, keep smiling. Allah Hafiz. Bye-bye.
I love it, sir.
Allah
Sir,
Hafiz, sir.
can you do the notes? I need to take a screenshot.
Yeah, sure. No issues. Of what, Honey, this or which?
No, the notes.
I will be posting them today as well. Wait,
Okay,
honey.
teacher, then post.
Yeah, I'll post them today.
Thank you, sir. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.